Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound Divination Wave, and this is day 8 of the February daily draw. So as we start the weekend, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Linestrider Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Scenes of the Witch Imbolc Oracle. So let's use our first card and get the reading underway. Okay. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. We had this card. Don't think it was in the February month ahead spread. I think this card was in the January month ahead spread. I can remember talking about it. But we had it. We've had it since we've been using this deck. And this was in what we take. I think in January, this is what we took forward. And it's what we're still, in a sense, to my mind, I'm trying to think of what cards came out for this month. But I think on the whole, bar a few changes here and there, the general energy is continuing for this month too. It seems to be that January, February are very much alike in what the kinds of energy and the kinds of things we're getting involved in and messages that we're getting. And I knew that was probably going to be the case, which is why I kept this deck, because to continue that energy through. And I will be changing the deck for next month, by the way. So what this was about our ability. To me, the King of Pentacles was, when we had it in the spread about what to take forward, was to take forward our belief in our ability to create for ourselves the things that we need, the things that we need to bring into our lives, to create the kind of life and resources, to make use of the resources we have, and to gain new resources to be able to progress and create in our lives what we need to create in order to move forward and continue our life journey. So it's our ability to provide the means of which to continue on and be creative. It's to deal with the practical elements of that, getting the resources, the abilities and the skills that we need in order to be able to do so, getting the means. So it's having that ability to, to get to the nuts and bolts of things and the practicalities of life and bring them together to work to our advantage. It's taking forward a belief and a confidence that we may not feel that we're very good at this. Some of us, some people are really good at that. Some people have a natural talent for this. Others, we don't know where to start with it. But whatever our level of skill or ability in this area is, what I feel this card is saying is, I mean, first of all, if that's the case, you do the best you can and you learn as much as you can. But there's nothing wrong with going to somebody, getting the help of somebody that is more naturally inclined to that for help. Advice, going seeing an advisor about financial matters, for instance, if you don't grasp how things work, getting the knowledge from elsewhere. But if you want to be able to learn a bit more yourself, research it, develop the ability, learn a bit more about it. And as we grow and we deal with different circumstances, we learn and we grow in that ability. And I think the key message here is is even if we don't feel that we're masters of this, the king's very much of the master of this skill and this ability. King of Pentacles is that even if we don't feel that we're at that stage where we can call ourselves the King of Pentacles, we're not at that mastery level by any means. We don't feel, but we need to at least, at the bare minimum, have confidence and belief in our ability to develop and gain the ability to and grow in that, and also to be able to, when necessary, get the help we need in order to bring the things of this nature into being. Because sometimes part of the mastery of it is knowing your limitations at any given point. And if something that you need to do is beyond your limitations, then that's when outside help can be useful. And knowing that and going for that outside help is actually a skill in of itself, because it's acknowledging your limitation. There's nothing to be ashamed about. We all have different skills and abilities. And if you learn to recognize that this is a limitation for you, and you go and seek help, you are still tapping into that knowledge, into that energy. Even if you're not doing it yourself, you're getting the advice, you're getting the help from someone else. And the fact that you've developed the ability to know when and how to do that is part of the King of Pentacles energy in and of itself. So what this is saying is that if there are practical things, if there are things you need to do, and maybe we need more resources, we need more things to work with, but we have to start with what we have and know what to do with it and where to go from there. And that's all part of the King of Pentacles, is knowing the practicalities of that and having the skill to work with those practicalities to create the kind of life that we need and want. So, but the key message I feel, particularly carrying over from last month, is the very thing we need to take forward is our belief in the ability to be able to grow in this and to do this, at least to a certain extent, to as much as we need to at the moment. And anything else, we need the ability to get help when needed. That is what I believe the King of Pentacles is advising us and telling us, is don't doubt your ability. Sometimes we talk ourselves down and say, oh, I'm no good at that, I can't do that. The King of Pentacles says, you may not be an expert, but you can do more than you realize. Believe in yourself more in order to provide for yourself the kind of life that you want to have, and leave behind even the things you want to leave behind for others. Because this is also about providing not just for yourself, but providing for other people on occasion. So let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Horned owl. It's funny because we have an owl there, look. The wisdom. It's gaining that wisdom in practical matters, gaining that wisdom and knowledge on how to deal with these things of life, to provide for ourselves and for others. Love how there's this owl here with the woman there. Become the shadow that watches, keeping quiet while moving intentionally. We have the moon as well. Look there. Yes, sometimes part of the wisdom is to know when to speak and when not to speak, when to just get on with it, to move with intention, but keeping quiet. You don't have to shout everything from the rooftops. You don't have to be talking about everything. Just get on quietly with doing the practical things you need to do. That's sometimes the key. And having the wisdom to know when you need the help, that's also comes into it. That's where the wisdom of the owl comes in. So, but just get on with it. You learn through doing, by getting on with it, and you don't have to make a big thing of it. And I think that's the key. Just quietly get on with it, moving intentionally while staying quiet. Just quietly get on with the job. And that's sometimes how we can work and be fruitful in our endeavors. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 9. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.